Hi, Gina here with Peace, Love, and Homeschool, and today we're going to work with part 2 of my budget setup, the bill binder. Hi, and welcome back to part 2 of my budget setup. Today I'm going to be talking about my bill binder and how I set that up. It's a pretty simple process. I just want to share it with you. I don't know if maybe you can see if I'm doing something that I could do better, or maybe I have an idea that will spark something for you. It just kind of get our minds thinking and kind of try to improve this process of budgeting. I really just need something quick, easy, and foolproof, because I am very forgetful, and there have been many times where we've been kind of stressed out because a bill hasn't been paid. So that's going to be no more. Plus, I don't ever want to pay another late fee again. I want to get this under control to where all my bills are in one spot and it's quick and easy, and I'm kind of using my bill binder like a filing system. So each month I'll have that month's bills in the little pocket, and at the end of the year I can throw away whatever I need to throw away and then just file the whole bill binder in my filing system and get a new notebook and then start all over again with the whole process. I just think this is a quick and easy process that's been kind of working for me. I haven't been diligent on it, so it's had its moments, its failures, which again, mostly my fault. Why don't we just jump right in and get started? Okay everyone, this is my budget binder. Well, it's not my budget binder, this is my bills binder. Call it my financial binder. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to get it ready to get this budget going for the year. First, I need a cover. This is going to be the title page that I slip in here. Or the cover page, I should say. There we go. Master the Art of Finance. And this was purely coincidental when I picked this saying, and I have artwork up here. So that works for me. Just was meant to be, I guess. In all my videos, over my left shoulder, which would be your right hand side, you might see an organizer with owl folders. And that's what I have right here. And this one is for mail. So once the mail comes in, I have a spot for that up front. And then when I bring the stack back here, I open it all up and put all the mail in here, or I put any insurance information or anything like that in the other folders. But this is the one I use the most. And what I do is, according to due date, I bring it over to my bill binder. I accumulate all the bills till it's time to pay the bills, and then I file them in here according to when they're due, which is usually the next month. I stay on top of it a couple times a month. So it's usually the month we're in or the next month. And that way they're there when I need to go pay the bills. I have not gone completely paperless because I am very forgetful, and the paper reminders really help. Right here, I'm not going to show it because it has my personal information, but these are some labels that AAA sent me. They're not the prettiest things, but for sending out a bill, I just throw it on the envelope and off it goes. So I keep it in there in this pocket. This is monthly payments, is what this was, or monthly bills. And what I do is list them on here according to date. These are like my every month bills that I get, like your electric bill, water bill, any kind of monthly bill you get. And I really wanted like a bird's eye view of all what I've paid and how much. You could even keep track of like your electric and see, when your highest and lowest electric bills are. That might help you so that you don't have to pay that $300 air conditioning bill, God forbid. We've never gotten one that high, but or that $200 or $300 heating bill in the winter. You can kind of average it out and just put aside in a little sinking fund, and then always pay the same amount or around the same amount. So if they're an auto payment, auto draft, I check mark it here so that I know it's an auto draft. I draw a line across just to acknowledge that that is not an auto draft. I take the bills on bill day and I list them all on here. Okay, and then when it's time to pay, as I pay the bills, they just get highlighted so that I know all the bills have been paid. This is for any yearly, I named it yearly, but it's for any like payments that are not once a month. And then you can write them down on here just to keep track. So this is my debt snowball, and right now as I was listing them, this says just list bills as you find them for now, because I was just trying to gather all the bills that I had not paid, that were like this one. I was wondering if it was in collections, but it wasn't. Just so that I can, and actually look, I actually paid 3 off. They were small, but they got paid. 4. That one got paid too. They were all small. And that way you can keep track, and you just list it, you know, because we do the Dave Ramsey program. So we list our smallest bills first, but like I said here, I was just trying to list my bills. And then my final one, which I'm not going to show you, is a password list. Not for every website I visit, but for my bill paying websites and any important websites. That way if you're out of it with an illness, or you're sick, or on vacation or something, your other half can pay the bills too. What I've done is I've made some new forms. I wanted them printed in color for this video, but my printer is acting up. So this is what I got. That's for the monthly bills, but look at these interestingly skipped lines. I don't know what is going on with my color printer. The color seems to be printing, but what the heck is going on here? I don't know what that is or why that's happening. So that happened to all of them. So we're gonna go with black and white, and I'll have to figure out my printer later. So eventually I do plan on sharing these forms for anyone who would like, but this is kind of how it'll look in color, and in black and white. You can still print it up as well. Okay, so the first one's going to be my monthly bills. Basically I have it set up as a due date, the name, you know, here, bills to pay, if it's an auto payment or not, and then the months. So very similar to the last one you just saw. Next one is the yearly bills, and I have it set up the same way. I didn't see how it should be different. You just put the date due, who it's paid to, if it's auto, especially like if you have your let's say Amazon Prime set up on auto draft. I mean, that $100 can make a difference in your account. So it's better to know when it's going to come out and be prepared. And then, of course, which month it's going to come out. And then you can set them all up according to month, and then as they get paid, you can highlight them. And that way you'll know that they've been paid. I would put things like definitely Amazon Prime. A lot of my website stuff is yearly. P.O. Box for my business, and what else? Costco. Those kind of things would go on mine. I wouldn't put insurance because my insurance is actually monthly, which I'm grateful for. This next one is my debt snowball, and how I've set it up is to put your beginning and end date here. If you want to keep track. I mean, you know, that's totally up to you. Who you're paying the bill to, and then the month, so how much you've paid each month toward that bill. And as you saw on my other one, once it's highlighted and paid, then you can black out the rest. And I didn't have it on this, but say you've made several payments like a car, then you would be able to total up for the year to know how much you paid toward the car that year on the new form right here, total paid. I can't tell you how excited I'm getting once I started getting these forms going. I'm just getting really pumped up about getting this debt paid off. We don't have credit card debt, none at all. It's all medical, and right at this point I'm just trying to prevent medical bills from going to collections. As I said in a previous video, We make just enough money to live off of and do a few extra things with our family, but we really don't make a lot, like when you have to go to the doctor several times that month, or when you need that root canal, which I recently needed, which I actually did have. I had an emergency fund to work from on that one, and that was nice to write the $423 check or $426 check for my root canal. I mean, at least it wasn't a $1,500 check, because the insurance paid what, $1,600 check, because the insurance paid around $1,200 for my root canal. Never again. And here's the last one, is the password tracker. And how I have this set up is I made this long enough so you can put the whole website here. Either that, or you can just put the name of the website if you have them on there. But I kind of wanted to put the whole website on here in case my husband ever had to pay the bills. But I really could put the name and let him know that I have a bookmark on there with all the automatic payments or anything like this, utilities, that he could just go straight to. But I'm just trying to make it easier. Either way, however you want to do it, your username and your password. This is ready to go for me to start listing everything and get my bills paid and be organized. This is really feeling good. You know, like when you have that pantry that is completely messy, everything is everywhere, and you go in and clean it out and put everything in its place. That's the feeling I'm getting here. Everything's getting put in its place. So that's kind of cool. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, let's move this a little bit. This is my setup for how I organize my bills. I have a folder with a tab for each month of the year. Right now I have April up, with my bills here ready to go. I've blocked out all the personal information, but this is where I would put all my bills, as you can see here, are in here. So I'm going to add from this folder, put the rest in here, and then I'll get started for my next, prepping for my budget. That's how I'm going to do that. And then what happens is, once I am done paying all the bills for the month in here, I grab this April folder, I bring it to the back of where the March folder is, and I just stick it back in here, and then that way May is all ready to go, right at the front. And then once you get around all the way through December and you're done and you're into January of the next year, you can go through all these bills, throw away what doesn't matter, keep the important stuff, put them all in one folder labeled 2018 bills, paid, and stick them in your filing cabinet, and then you reset this whole folder to start again for the next year. And then what I do when my bank statements come in is I file them in with the month as well, whichever month they are from. Now back here I have a stack of old bills. I have not looked through them, but basically any old debt mail that comes in goes into this folder, so that I can keep track of what I'm paying. And then in the back, I have, well, usually I keep these in the front, but it kept falling out, so I put it in the back. I have this, these are a few envelopes for mailing bills. This is my, and a checkbook register, which I really don't use anymore, but in case I need it. And some other important papers in here. And then this is my little packet. You see how that's a thick packet? This has bank information of my new checking account that I opened up at a completely different bank from my bank. And what this is serving as is my emergency fund. So I don't even get into this. My ATM or my debit cards are in here as well, so that we don't use them on a whim. They're harder to get to, harder to transfer the money over. Just keep it set aside. All my emergency fund and any sinking funds are in this bank account. So anything I take out of it, it has to be intentional. Because I'll have to come here. I should even put a little note on here. Do you really want to withdraw from this account? So there you have it. That's my setup. My bill paying setup, my bill folder setup, I guess you'd say. I'm ready to go. I'm ready as I'll ever be. Oh, see, and that's falling. I think I'm going to stick some tape in there and make it stay straight, because that's going to bug me. But there you have it, my bill paying binder. Quick, easy, simple system that really works for our family. If you have any ideas that you'd like to share, I'd love to see them in the comments below. Especially if you see something, like I said, that maybe I'm not seeing, that you could share with me to help me improve this system. We'll stop right there for today, and tomorrow I'll be back with my actual budget planner. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That would really help us out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace out. If you missed my last video, no worries. You can check it out right here. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel right here. And be sure and ring that little bell so you can know each and every time we upload.